Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's Gary Grigsby's War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. It is December 26th, 1941. We look at concentric circles all about Hawaii as our air forces scour for Japanese to bomb. I was trying to think of the word. What are we scouring for? Well, we're looking for Japanese submarines, really, at this point. I don't think we're going to see a Japanese task force. Now, I had promised a live stream today of War in the Pacific. Apologies, apologies. I actually have some people coming over to my place to work on the garbage disposal. Now, that is not a dog ate my homework story. That is true. And I thought, well, I'll be in the middle of this live stream. Sure as hell, I'll be in the middle of this live stream, and you'll hear the ding dong, and all of a sudden they'll start messing around with this garbage disposal. That is not optimal streaming conditions, as we call it in the business. You know, the pros. No, it basically means you just don't like to do anything when they're working on the garbage disposal. But I am going to record this and try to get in as much as I can. Luckily, with the recording, I can pause it so you guys do not have to get garbage disposal sounds in the background. I'm sure you all wanted to hear that story today. Happy Friday afternoon or evening, wherever you may reside. Help, for one or two of you, it might be in the morning. For all I know, I hope you had a good Friday. I'm excited about it. I'll tell you that. Now, I will be back live streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be a War in the East 2. Immediately after that, I'll probably do a War Plan Pacific. And then on Sunday, I am going to definitely, 100%, God willing, unless I get struck by lightning, knock on wood, be streaming this game at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Sunday, our usual time for War in the Pacific. So, where are we headed here? Well, last time we had traversed all of India. I say all of it. It wasn't quite all of it because I'm right back over the top of it now. We had not gone to Calcutta. Not that Colombo's technically in India, it's on Ceylon. We will go look at Colombo, and then we'll go look at Rangoon, of course. We've always got to look at Rangoon. Now, I think we, moved all this stuff around and kind of had things going where it was supposed to go. I say we, I think. I know. I went back and looked before I started recording here. Uh, this all looks good up in here. I didn't want to bore you with me hitting every single dang unit and base out here just to make sure it all made sense. Um, I'm not saying it makes sense, but I've got it where I want it. How's that? It is where I want it to be. Now we are starting to build up a little air contingent here at Calcutta. You see, we do have two ships in port. We've got 17 aircraft here. Let's go look at the aircraft. Okay, we've got some Blenheim 1s in here. The Red Baron in here. I always say that reminds me of the Red Baron, but that's actually a gun turret. That is not a scarf flying out of the back of that. Okay, this is training at 20%. That does not seem optimal by any stretch of the imagination. Let's get that going at 100%. Okay, so those Blenheims come in, and then we have these Audax ones. Gosh, are these just terrible planes? They've got a extended radius of 4. Woo! So when we have them on ASW, they actually go out 2 hexes. Normal radius of 3. We got them set to 4, altitude of 5,000 feet. All right. And they're searching. They're searching about. Just generally, we don't have any sort of fan on them or governor on here saying just go from here to here. It is a general search in that area. We also have some Mohawk 4s. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how the Mohawks stack up against the Buffaloes. I get the sense in my head that the Buffaloes are better, but is that true? I don't know. I really don't know. I haven't gone down that. Well, maybe not. I mean, look at this on the Mohawks. They've got a 30 maneuverability up to 15K. You can take these suckers up to what greater? What's their max altitude? 32,700. Okay, I think I was completely wrong about that. They've got a nice max speed, 323. They can go up to 32,000 feet if you want to be, get up in the upper atmosphere. Um, Cool. Okay. Well, these should definitely be, flying at 15,000 feet. And look at that. That's why I'm the Admiral, boys. We've got it right at 15,000 feet. We're going out to maximum range. Okay, that all looks fine to me. This unit came on, I think, here just recently. Either that or we transferred it out of maybe Hong Kong? Is that possible? I don't know. I don't remember exactly where this came from, but we didn't have it up to the 100 train level. They only have an experience of 43, so we got to get some training in there. We got a local mine sweep, right? Yep. Cargo Rangoon. Now, these are an endangered species, right? Getting down into Rangoon. These are all 7 points. Now, these are the ones that I put out here and said, I'm not sure if I want to do that anymore with 7 point craft. And so, um, let's go down to Rangoon and just see how we're doing. We got, wow, 65,000 in supply, 48,000 in fuel. Now, don't be fooled by that necessarily. Some of that gets, brought up in here, it gets dispersed. Who knows? Some of it gets over into China, or at least we hope. We hope that's the case. I've never seen actually any numbers on that. We know the Burma Road, right? Everybody knows the Burma Road right here. I think in this game it only goes to Su Young, and so as long as you control all of this up to Su Young, you get a bonus. It's like 500 supply, I want to think, something like that. In Warplane Pacific, you got to hold all the way down to Kunming, which is right here, which seems kind of be the main distribution node into Greater China. But this is all mountainous region up here. The Japanese have not even threatened to come up this way. They really haven't threatened much at all over here, right? I mean, they've been bombing Rangoon, but they sent all their forces down this way. They've got plenty to take Malaya, I would think. Speaking of which, they've gotten behind us a little bit here, which was a fear, right? And some of you even said, "Get him out of there faster." He'll come along here. Those units are all going to eventually surrender. And so, I understand what you're saying, but I was trying to block these for as long as I could. I feel like we've held them up a little bit. Would it have been ideal to maybe bring them back down here? Maybe. We've got a good force at Kuala Lumpur here. If we look at the assault strength, 339. So it's not like they're going to move us that easily. All of these may be able to, somehow snake their way down here. But what am I doing talking about Malaya? That's not where we are right now. We are in Burma. No, we're actually not. We're in India, but I was looking at Rangoon. It looks like we're doing pretty okay at Rangoon. What I was basically saying there is don't be fueled. Yeah, well, don't be, yes, be fueled, but don't be fooled. Rangoon, this will go very quickly once the Japanese get up and around and try to surround it. And also, you can't get anything more in because there's so many forces here. And so they will eat up a lot of supply and a lot of fuel. So, don't be fooled and say, well, I've got 50,000, job completed. It doesn't really work like that. This bigger task force, though, with all of that said, let's get it the heck out of here. Um, let's send it over to Colombo first, okay? Uh, Now it's loading. It was already loading. Ay, ay, ay. I don't want to send this back into Rangoon. I mean, that's basically everything that's going on here. So if you're like, what's his thought process here? You don't want to go down that deep dank hole. But I will say, I just don't want to send these high value ships into Rangoon anymore. I think it's time to maybe send this up to Karachi. I don't know. We could go to Colombo. The reason I came over here, I just wanted to see what they had in Colombo, and it looks pretty well stocked. 26,000 supply, 80,000 fuel. So it's not as if we need this to go into Colombo for that reason. I'm just doing it to kind of avoid the other going the other way. Hmm. Are these all British ships? Or are they all Indian ships? What are they? There's British. I'm tempted to even have this thing go all the way down to Perth or Darwin or something. It's going to be a big, big load once they get it all on here. 26,000. Hmm. Yeah, I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. I think let's see if we can what it looks like if we're trying to get all the way down here to Perth. Now we're gonna have to change the waypoints. That's for certain. Uh, there's 99,000 fuel here. Can we replenish? Yeah, we can replenish. Okay, they can give some of this. They're fine. Um, get that off full speed. That probably helps. Let's get to mission speed, guys. All right. So it's 110 down there. They've got 215. This would be 220 total. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, so that's going to go to Perth, and let's set up some waypoints. And we'll just actually kind of go straight set waypoint one. Let's go straight over here by Madras. Now, I don't want to take it through here because that looks like Japanese sub areas, or at least that's where I'd set mine up. Let's do waypoint two, and we'll do that, I don't know, like, here. Okay, wow, that was that the game was like, "Oh, what? Who?" Um, is that far enough away? It probably is, but let's do. I like to say abundance of caution. It makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about. I say that a lot on Zoom meetings for my job. I say, we should really exercise an abundance of caution here, and everybody's like, "Man, what a voice of reason this guy is." Um, wow, that takes us out to 129. That added a lot. But gosh, is this going to just take forever? I mean, they got a speed of 12. I really don't want to hug the Ceylon that closely, but I guess we're going. Is that worth it? Worth it? Worth it for 26,000 supply? I guess it is. I guess it is. Maybe I'll leave the Nord here. The Nord is a 5-point ship. Okay, we're going to take the Nord out. Put that in there. Oh, and let's put this one in here. Okay, I think that works. That probably bumps us up to what, 27,000? I think that's probably worth it to go all the way to Perth. More than anything, I'm just trying to avoid sending it to Rangoon. Now we've got two ships in port. They're the Nord and the Takawa. Um, this is a transport. Oh, okay. It's got a good speed, pretty decent capacity. The Nord, we will do a transport. Put the Nord in there. Done. And we'll do, I mean, this doesn't have a whole lot, but that's okay. We'll send it in. Cargo Rangoon. And it's going to be one lone cargo ship. Will they mess with it? Probably. They'll probably blow this one sky high, but we're going to dock it. We're going to load some supply, and we're just going to do continuous supply to Rangoon. As long as we can get in there, it's only 5 points, and I feel bad because now I've taken a lot of their supply away. And so, all right, there we go. But we've got plenty of things going in. Why does this on Did I hit that? Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Can't think of the last time I made a mistake like that. It make it sound like I know. Yeah, I make plenty of mistakes. I don't remember making that one though. Combat rest, combat rest. Okay, we already kind of looked at that stuff. We have that one transport in port. That's all fine. Um, let's move around here. We've got what's it, Dhaka? We've got a base force there. It's on combat. That all looks fine. Okay. What else? Oh, Chittagong! Bong bong Chittagong. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's on ground attack, right. These are the Blenheims. Let's put them on ASW. We'll pop that up to 50. Got to think of my I've got to think of my degrees here. Well, straight down is 180. So let's try this thing. Let's start it off at like, I don't know, 220. Come on, man. There we go. 220. We'll go backwards on this one. How many are there? Four? Okay. Whoops. Let's do this to 260. All right. Let's see what happens. Hey, that looks all right. I don't mind doing a little anti-sub like that. That looks, man, I'm really proud of myself when I when I do that right. I'm like, wow, that looks nice. Okay, perfect. We'll have them do that. All four. Let's lower them down to what, 6 or 7,000 feet. We got them at max range? No, we didn't. Let's go out that way. Ooh, do we get another? Yeah, we get out there a little further. That looks good. No ships in port. We did the aircraft. That's all good. Bong bong chittagong. Now we're trying to get something to Akyab. I say we are. Did we? No, we got an HDML here. Ah, we did. Yes. It's fully loaded. 48th Gurkha, why are you not unloading? Is Akyab not big enough? Yeah, it's got a 0 level port. You got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's drop them off at Chittagong. I should have made this an amphibious. Um, I can't change it to an amphibious, unfortunately. Not now. So let's go drop them off. Gosh darn it. Let's go drop them off at Chittagong. And then when we look at the 48th Gurkha, let's just go look at it really quick. Let's make sure it's on, it says Bombay. I want this to say Akyab, just so I don't forget. So we'll plan for Akyab. Okay, back, uh, back. Let's try this one. And we'll do Akyab. This just beefs us up a little bit. If the Japanese really get moving here, it's very possible this could come into play at Akyab, and we may as well have something, right? This isn't a bad force though. 48th Gurkha. I mean, they can hold their own. Into Akyab eventually. Eventually, we'll just have them march down the road here. I think I have something else coming down the road. What's this? Yeah, we got a base force. That says Chittagong, though. Oh, we're going to Cox's Bazaar with that, and the engineers are going to Akyab. Okay, perfect. So that's Cox's Bazaar. Then the engineers on to Akyab. We'll put these forces in here. Chittagong obviously actually has a port. Akyab does not. When something doesn't have a port, you got to do it amphibious. Um, Okay, Chittagong's got a level 4 port, as a matter of fact. That's not too shabby. That's not too shabby, my friends. What do we got up here? We got engineers there. Are they heading somewhere? Why are they up here? What are they doing? Hmm. Well, they're not doing Jack Diddley. We could set up a base here, but I mean, it's got a potential for a level 7 airfield. Is that bigger than anything else around here? 5. It's probably not bigger than Lido. There's a 7. 6. 6. Okay, well, I mean it's not nothing, but I don't really think we need to develop another base here. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know about this one, gents. Uh, okay, I'm gonna leave them here for now. I may eventually move them over to Lido. Do they have? They don't have any engineers. Heck with it. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go ahead. Can I do a strategic move over to Lido? Yeah, that's rail. That's light rail. Okay, excellent. I just don't really know why we would build that. We can get them over here. We can build up this airfield more or whatever. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. We've got like 4 bases in the area, or 5. And, I mean, what's one more going to do for us? I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to move those engineers over here. They can help build the fortifications. As a matter of fact, do those engineers have any aviation support? That'd be cool. They do. They've got 7. So yeah, they're perfect for moving them over here where we're flying over the mountains to try to supply China. So okay, we've got this unit out here. It is in Jorhat. Jorhat, okay, that's where it's supposed to be. We've got these guys, and they are in Damapur, and they're supposed to be, or is that Dimapur? Dimapur, I think. Then we have Kohima. These guys are all supposed to be in Kohima, I believe. Let's just make sure we've got them. Start, reserve, rest, combat. There we go. Combat, rest, combat. There we go. Okay, so they just moved in here, and we'll look at the same for here. They're both in combat defend. That's what we want. What about you, buddy? You are in combat defend. And what do we have at Lido? We've got those transports. Yeah. Oh, some of these flew up here. Let's go look at those really quickly. Combat at target. Perfection. Um, yeah, let's look at these. Let's look at these. So we've got some these float planes up here. They were though these actually I know were in Hong Kong. Let's get them down to I don't know. Let's put them in Chittagong. Okay. Now we've got these transports. They are flying to the aforementioned Kunming with supply. That's excellent. Okay. Supply, Kunming, 8,000, 10, exactly the same. Oh yeah, we got the torpedo bombers. They finally made their way up this way. Let's put them in Chittagong as well. Chittagong's got 30 aviation support. We may as well do that, and we'll actually run those torpedo bombers out here looking for subs. I like it. I like it. So we got two transport uh, aircraft or squadrons there. This all looks good. Okay. What's going on here? What is this? What is this little area here? Uh, Mayitkaina. Sure. Uh, humor me. I think that's nowhere close. But okay. We got a base force here. Fine. Is it supposed to be here? It is. It is. All right. We will not have to come back and look at these units for a while. The only thing we got to remember is to come back to Chittagong because those troops will be unloading and I want to march them down to Akyab. Uh, Schwebo! Good old Schwebo. I don't know if it's pronounced Schwebo, but I just like the name of that town. It's like kind of fun. Schwebo! Combat at target. That looks good. Okay. Oh, I should go look at Imphal. I thought there was something going on at Imphal. Oh, there is. This unit's coming down to it, right? Move Imphal, moving to Imphal. Right. Okay. We looked at all those. Schwebo looks good. Let's look at Mandalay. Go throw the dice at Mandalay Bay. Combat, defend. Excellent. Engineers. We got combat value of 6. Mandalay Battalion. Okay. Boy, sure glad we got those guys out protecting the frontier. These guys are at Tangui. We need to move them to combat. Okay. They are where they're supposed to be. They finally made it back up here. Um, yeah, this unit is still coming out here. I'm not really sure what it's up to. We did. Yeah, that's what I thought. Why are we? Oh, let's do a deliberate attack here. Combat. We finally made it with this force uh, to Chiang Mai or Chiang Mai. It got all the way down here. I mean, that was a long march through what I assume is like mountainous jungle. But they're here now, and there's nobody home. Knock, knock, knock. I find no Japanese. We are going to do combat deliberate attack and see what the heck happens. They've got an assault strength of 14. We may take a base. That would be cool. We've got Chinese troops up here. We're not looking at them this time. Not this time. We will. Lashio I did not look at. Combat. I just want to make sure these aren't in move. Okay, we were at Mandalay Tongui, which got me thinking about this unit. We've got, this is Magway. That reminds me of the movie Gremlins. Weren't those little suckers called like Mogwai or something, like before they turned into gremlins? I don't know. Don't feed them after midnight and we won't find out. At target, okay. That all looks good. There's Tanggu, the historical home for the Flying Tigers, and they have a little bit of a force, the Railway BAF Battalion. Okay, they're sitting in Tanggu, and then we go to Prom. Can you imagine running the logistics for all of this from the British Home Office? I mean, holy crud. Think about all the units that are out here. Just like there's a lot of small ones like this, assault strength 10. They've got 10 Burmese squads, but to get the logistics all set up and be like, wait a minute, who do we have in Prome again? I don't know, sir. Is probably the answer. Pagoo. Let's look at Pagoo. Okay, don't say that to the wrong person. You might get a lawsuit. What do we have here? A garrison, 188. We're fortifying. We got. Why does this look so weird to me? I don't know. But let's get. Okay, everybody's at target, so let's get these guys into combat mode and get you into combat mode. Excellent. What's the supply? We got 2881 or 2081 supply. We've got zero fuel. Now, why? Well, I guess we don't need any fuel, but it's odd because we've got like 40,000 tons at Rangoon. I mean, share, people, share. Nobody went to kindergarten here. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to do with this. I don't think we can rebuild the first Burmese because some of it's at Pagoo, some of it's at Mole Mine, some of it is at Rangoon. That's First Burma. That's 13th Indian Brigade. That's the other one I wanted to look at. So we have two of the three here at Pagoo, but the 4/8th Gurkha is at Rangoon. So, I mean, there's just not a whole lot we can do about that. Let's look at this again. Okay, so yeah, we got an assault value of 188. Okay. We're building fortifications, are we not? Whoops. Are we not, Pagoo? Yeah, we are. Okay, we're 80% to a level 2. That doesn't hurt. All right, into Rangoon we go. Flying Tigers, how you doing, guys? Down to 10 in this squad. We've got 6 damage, 1 in maintenance, 50 cap. Wow, these guys are 23,000 feet. Let's take them down to 15,000 feet. Are, how are we losing these guys? Air to air. Yep, it's air to air. Maybe we should keep them up here. I'm going to put them at 20,000, but we've lost 9 air to air recently. Their fatigue is only 7. Now they have made 37 kills. Let's not, fool ourselves into thinking they're not doing the work. They certainly are. This unit only has 7, 2 in maintenance, 8 damage. Whoa, things are getting a little tight there, boys. Um, I don't like that at all. Our other flying tigers are over here. I mean, we need these guys to protect Rangoon. We then have 7 Blenheims here, 2 of them that are damaged. They're out at 15,000 feet. Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Okay, not a whole lot we can say about that. Then we have 12 buffaloes here, but only 7 of them are raring to go. Let's look at the buffalo data. So they can go up to 15 as well if you wanted them to. Let's actually take the, nah, wrong. Let's keep them up at the higher. Got them at 6. Why don't we pull them back to, let's do this at 5. They could go 8. Let's do 7. We don't need it out that far. Let's do 5. We could almost seriously make this like 0 and just have them above Rangoon. But I do want them to get Pagoo. So I guess we could do like 2 if we wanted to. But I'm just going to bump them back to normal. All right. I mean, there's no terrible fatigue out there, but I feel like, gosh, I don't know. They've really taken a beating the last few turns, and maybe the Japanese are just moving better aircraft over here, which could be very possible. We've got no ships in port. Let's look at our task forces. They should all pretty much be unloading, right? Some small ones here. That's got a 10 speed. These have a 12. These have a 12, but we've broken them up just to make them, smaller targets, essentially. We've got transport. Oh, these guys got in. Yes, yes. Do they have enough to go full speed back home? They do. Let's get them out of here at full speed. 3 APs straight back into Madras. These AKs. Okay, okay. Can we put them on full speed? We can. Okay, and they're going to go back to Calcutta. And then we've got the Napura, which is an AK mission escort. This means it's got damage. And so, not a whole lot we can do. Can we even go full speed? Yeah, looks like it. 5. Don't burn out in the water there, buddy, with your big 5-speed motorboat. Well, he's going to try to get that AP back there. Let's hope they can do it. Back to Chittagong. Um, let's look at the ground forces here. Everybody should be set up. I mean, we've looked at this enough. 530. 530 is what we've got out here on the ground. Okay. We looked at Pagoo, so let's look at Mole Mine. We've got these 3 ground units here. Combat, defend, at target. That's what you want to see. 142 assault strength there, so it's not, insignificant. This is where we're making an attack on this Japanese base. There seem to be no Japanese units around here or anywhere. I mean, let's storm Thailand, right? Try to make it all the way to the coast in Indochina, as it was once known. Okay, I think it does it for all of that stuff. Now let's go to Port Blair. See what? Oh, we got the Exeter and the Glasgow out here. The Chilka and the Mundra we're unloading. Oh, nice. Okay, Port Blair's got some good stuff. Unfortunately, we haven't brought anything out here. We should put like a garrison out here, a base force. I mean, we've got these engineers, but that's not doing anything. We are expanding the airfield. Uh, so, if the Japanese do take Rangoon, I love to have Port Blair just because you can bring stuff into it. It's also like a honey trap, meaning you bring like things bristling with aircraft down here or aircraft themselves. The Japanese try to come over and get your cargo transports, and you can just, really savage their Air Force if they keep trying to do it. Okay, that's Port Blair. We don't, unfortunately, have a whole lot to see up in these areas. We've got stuff out here, but it's just sitting, basically waiting for the Japanese to take Malaya and jump over here and take it. It's like we're just sitting around for that. I could move them down the island. I get that, and put them in Palembang. I'm trying not to get too ridiculous about that. Now, I will say we don't have a whole lot in Oosthaven. We got a base force there, and I am tempted to take something and put it in Oosthaven. These units right up here. Okay, it's base force. What do we have at Sabang? We got a lot of stuff at Sabang. That's the thing. 57, 24, 17. I mean, they've got stuff here. They've only got a level 1 port, so you can't get a whole lot in there, and the Japanese have complete control of the skies here. But I really feel like, I guess you could take them all the way here by rail. Should we just abandon it? I mean, probably. What's this? Got a 32. This is in at Medan. Okay. What is this? Oh, T-Town, obviously. This has got a 27. Okay, I'm going to strategic move these guys. Does it make sense? We should just march them here, right? Or march them over this way. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Let's move them. I'm just going to take this one unit and get it out of here. Let's get it going down to Padang. How far is that? Only 322 miles against over terrain, very difficult terrain. So we got that on move. We'll put this as eventually going to Oosthaven. So when I get it to Padang, I will then bring it down the road. I guess, to Benkelin. Is that right? Or one of these other places. Then we'll get it to Oosthaven eventually. It's going to take a while. Benkalis, I mean, this base force is out here in the middle of the swamp. Maybe no, I've got one in Oosthaven. Maybe I send it here. Yeah, we got a base force there. Got a base force there. I don't know. This just doesn't look like someplace the Japanese are going to land. So I'm kind of like, what? But how long would it take to march out of here? It's fine. We're just going to leave it. Padang. Okay. That looks fine. Sabolga. What is this unit? That's a 31. I don't see any reason to have this here. Why don't we move that south as well? Uh, we'll take that one to Palembang. Got to get something into Palembang. I think that's only fair that we can put something there, but not like 15 units. You know, you put 15 units in there, it's just not historically accurate. It's also really breaks the AI. So, like Rangoon, it breaks the AI because the AI needs Palembang to fuel this Japanese juggernaut. All right. We did look at all these, right? I mean, I say look at all these. There's not a whole lot out here. We have this base force on the run. They're doing anything they can to get out of here. It's not a whole lot, and there's no place really to go. We do have the one though that looks like they could potentially make it back. This is Gosh, they're just beaten down to a crisp. They've got no assault strength, even though they have 13 squads. They are going to try to get up here somewhere, get some nourishment, get some food in their bellies, and see if they're ready to fight. Okay, nothing to do with any of these others. Padang, there's no ships in port. Padang's got, some stuff. This is fuel out to Sibero. Let's send this ship over to Colombo. Okay, let's make its home base Colombo. And when it gets out here, and I'm going to do a waypoint here. When it gets out here, so I'll just do like that. So it comes out here first. We're going to start sending it back to Sumatra. And so I want to name that Cargo Sumatra. And so when we come in there at Colombo, we know what to do with it. So we'll just pick up some supplies and keep, trying to shuttle them in here. He's on the move. That's who we're moving. Padang. Okay, we already kind of looked at that. What is this ship like? Oh, that's local mine sweep. Okay. We're still trying to get this unit out. We did bring a cargo ship over by here from Sinkwang, but it's only a matter of time. You see the Japanese are now landing at Miri and Brunei. Sinkwang and Kuching will be next, as will Jesselton. They'll take all the northern coast of Borneo. Very quickly after that, they will, start trying to hit down here. Now, we are holding them up a little bit in the Philippines. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job there. Okay, we already have one unit that is headed to Jambi. So see, I'm not cheating. I'm not taking this to Palembang. Well, it's only got 5 assault strength. So would it really matter? But we're taking it to Jambi here. And then let's look at Singkep. Okay. Now, these planes here were supposed to be picking up that Syncep unit, but they're all damaged. And so there's not a whole lot we can do. I want them to take that force. Now, where were we having that go? Sibero, or Siberet, that's right over here on this island. That's where those are supposed to go. Okay, Bin Colin, or Bin Kalen, probably. Combat at target looks good. Nothing else going on there. The big bad Palembang. We've got torpedo bombers. They're just doing naval attack. Okay, we've just got it on naval attack. That's it. We do have these motor launches, and then we have some AKs here. That's going to Perth. Surface combat, we have the Tiedemann here. We have an AMC local mine sweep here. Nothing more we can do. But with that, I'm going to call this an episode. When we come back on Sunday, we're going to go through Oosthaven, Batavia, Surabaya, Balikpapan, Tarakan. I mean, we'll take our time on Sunday. We'll go through all of Borneo, all of Java, Oosthaven, and we'll come back up here and look at Malaya. So all of our islands right here, we are going to do on Sunday. I haven't decided if we're going to actually resolve the turn. I was actually thinking of taking this turn and really going to every part of the map and kind of discussing what our situation is, right? But we shall see, my friends. We shall see. So thank you so much for joining me. I always enjoy when we get a good old war in the Pacific going on. It's December 26th. We're almost to 1942. Almost there. So anyway, thank you so much. Strategy Gaming Dojo here. Have a great weekend. I will have some more videos up tonight. I'm not sure exactly what, but some more videos. Probably War in the East 2, maybe a War Plan Pacific. Tomorrow, 10 a.m., we will be doing War in the East 2 live stream, 10 a.m. Pacific. I'll talk to you then. All right, everybody. And for this one, Sunday, 10 a.m. Anyway, adios. Have a good one.